Welcome back to Geek Culture 101, your home for all things geek. We have a ton of gaming news today and News of the Geek, where we cover some interesting news based on a geeky topic. Let's get right into it. First up, let's talk about Microsoft with the Xbox. They are considering making a big change to Game Pass by removing Call of Duty, which, as you may know, Call of Duty cost them a ton to keep on the service. And rumor has it, it's hurting sales of Call of Duty at launch substantially. And with a new game coming out, they may want to change that. The thing is, I personally know many people who subscribe to Game Pass just for Call of Duty alone. So unless they're going to drop the price of Game Pass substantially to compensate, it could very well hurt Game Pass sales and therefore hurt Microsoft pretty big. Which Call of Duty, in a lesser extent, is involved in our next story, as a few insiders are reporting that Microsoft is considering delaying the release of the much anticipated new Fable game due to the release of Call of Duty and Grand Theft Auto 6 and similar games all launching around the same time as they originally anticipated to release Fable. Well, I'm hearing it's primarily GTA they're most concerned about. Call of Duty and several other games are contributing factors. Next up, let's look at the latest Nintendo news. First of all, a popular Nintendo YouTuber that I follow, Nintendo Prime, which I'll have a link to his channel below, did have a post over on X where he revealed he's been contacted by 7 insiders over Nintendo deploying a trap by leaking fake information to detect where their leaks are coming from. Which is actually, a fairly common practice in the video game industry. Well, this post went completely viral to the point even mainstream news picked up on this. Some channels even associate it with recent leaks from Nate the Hate about Star Fox and The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. But Nintendo Prime has stated that these weren't connected, or that he didn't even think this post would, be a big deal, let alone didn't expect it to go viral. So it's kind of interesting for sure, but it does make me wonder if they could be connected. He's not saying they are, but some of the stuff with that leak was a little concerning. And why wouldn't Nintendo want to stop the leaks? I've thought for a long time, if you've consistently got these video game leaks coming out, you do something substantial to throw them off, to make it not look like they're correct, to discredit them, basically. So, yeah, definitely could be. So we'll have to see. Only time will tell. But next up, Nintendo's Tamagotchi Life has reportedly leaked online. This, from my understanding, is a life sim type game that Nintendo has hoped would be a huge hit and are pushing it as such. So for it to leak online is definitely distressing to them, to say the least. While the leak is being played via emulators and such, and not directly on the Switch or Switch 2, which means no boost mode and of course lower resolutions, it is stated that the game is fully playable. Lastly, Capcom has released an update for Resident Evil Requiem on the Switch 2 that reportedly fixes a majority of the frame rate issues and other bugs that have plagued the game since launch. I'm told it makes a substantial difference, a great improvement over the initial release. Well, folks, that wraps up today's news. But if you found it interesting, please hit that like and subscribe button to keep up on all your favorite gaming news and other geek content. Oh, and remember, until next time, stay geeky, my friends. Stay geeky.